the challenge? Well, to add a little bit of spice to the show this year, we decided to make the challenge a regional one. All of tonight's 4 contenders represent the northern half of the United Kingdom, and our grand final will ultimately find us a national champion for 1996.
The biggest and the best prizes are always on Gladiators. The runners-up first. A fantastic holiday in South Africa, Sun City, plus £1,000 spending money. And for the winners, £1,000 spending money as well, plus one of these luxurious 4-wheel drive, off-the-road family vehicles.
A little bit later on as well, we'll be taking a peek at what fun and games the Gladiators got up to at their winter training camp at Cocoa Beach in Mauritius. So look out for that a little bit later on in the show. But for now, let's meet our female northern contenders. They are Onyema Amadi
and Joanne Henders. Come on!
Just probably one of the most fabulous names I've ever heard. What is your full name?
My full name is Onyema Amici Nagaza Amadi.
Wow, I love it. It's so nice to have somebody with a slightly different name as well as Ulrika sounds rather plain next to that. Tell us what you do and where you live.
I've just graduated from my degree. I did product and fashion design. So I had a 2-1.
Oh, a 2-1, that's not bad, eh? What are you hoping that will lead to?
I like to do some freelance in London and design some sportswear.
Oh, that could be exciting. And of course, you're a sporty girl. What's your sport?
I throw the javelin for Wales.
There's 1 or 2 people here to support you tonight. So you've done 1 or 2 competitions, so you'll be used to a crowd and the excitement, the stress and the tension.
Yeah, it's not the same. This crowd is very large tonight.
Well, I'm sure they'll all be behind you. Let's hear it for Oni!
Okay, Joanne, where are you actually from?
I've come all the way from Livingston in Scotland.
Wow! But that doesn't sound much like a Scottish accent to me.
No, I'm originally from Tipton by Dudley in the West Midlands.
A lot of your people in the house sounds like.
Yeah, there is. All my family, everybody from as far down as Portsmouth, all the way up the Midlands to the top of Scotland.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a postwoman in Livingston.
Postwoman? Are you an old-fashioned postwoman with a little bike?
I have got a bike, yeah, and I have a bag, and I also have a trolley as well.
And what do you do to keep yourself fit?
Mainly I do running, and I do a bit of upper body, but mainly my main sport is running.
And are you ready for today?
I am, as ready as I'll ever be.
OK, let's have a look. Off you go, get yourself ready. Joanne Henders!
Well, I think it's time we meet our male northern contenders. They are Farrell
and Adrean Parrock. Come on, guys!
Oh, Andy, tell us what you do and where you're from.
Well, I play professional rugby league. I'm from Huddersfield, and that's my crowd over there. I also own my own health club and all. It's called Total Fitness Health Studio in Huddersfield.
Oh, everything's in Huddersfield, that's good. You've got a heck of a crowd.
Yeah, they're rather a big mob. I think they closed the health club early today. They better not have done, because I'll be losing money.
You're keeping your eye out for that. Now, this man is extremely talented. Not only is he fit, but this man's a member of the Magic Circle. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm a member of the Huddersfield Circle of Magicians. I'm a professional magician, and the Gladiators better watch out, because I've got 1 or 2 tricks up my sleeve for them tonight.
Wow, we look forward to that. Andrew Farrell.
Well, Adrian, I've got to say, you're looking very relaxed. Are you?
Well, the body might look it, but inside I'm shaking like, well, a leaf.
Where are you from?
I'm from Derby.
And they're all in the house, I can see that. And what do you do for a living?
I work at the Halifax Building Society as a customer advisor.
What is a customer advisor doing here on Gladiators?
It's taken me about 5 years. Ever since the show's been going, I've been applying and I've been getting through, then I've been getting the last 300 and getting nowhere. But I'm here now and I can't wait to get started.
Well, I've got to say to you, last year, 23,000 people applied, so you haven't done badly.
Well, that's good news, and I'm really pleased for that, and it's an achievement in itself. But there's a long way to go tonight, and I'm going to make the most of it.
OK, off you go, Adrian. Get yourself ready. Let's hear it for Adrian!
Well, hopefully by now the girls are ready for their first event, so let's get this show on the road. Let the games begin. And
on the blue balls is baskets are our gladiators, Lightning, Vogue, and Panther!
Amadi sets out, struck by lightning and vanquished by Vogue. Oni out of the points and Joanne into the picture. Also with a fruitless first run, loads up again. Vogue the victor again, but Oni leads Panther with a claws on the floor. Centre basket, 3 points on the board. Oni again, Vogue and Lightning lock her up, knock her down, and there's something you don't see very often, a postwoman being attacked by a cat. Both girls back to the basket for another run. Here comes Oni. Oh, slips past the Panther to pot another pair. Panther getting a real physical dressing down from the fashion students. Oni back into the fray, gets the measure of 2 markers this time. Joanne scored by Panther, the cat brings down her prey. Oni with a magnificent 7 on the scoreboard. Vogue and Panther double up to keep it that way. Joanne looking to post a couple of points, gets no quarter from Lightning. This former Brummie is no dummy, but she can't stamp her mark on this event. Oni is reloaded, still looking to pile on the points. Lightning and Vogue just looking to pile in. And Joanne down and out again, can't deliver the goods. And there's the hooter, or was it John Anderson blowing his nose? Joanne's family applauding a great effort, but while Oni got to grips with the game, the Glads couldn't get to grips with her.
Well, Panther, have you ever come across anyone the size, the power and strength of Onyema?
No, it was an absolute treat to be part of that game. That Oni just came pounding at us. She's Mrs. Rhino.
Panther with a sporting summation of the power of Amadi. After the first event of the new season, Oni scores 7. Joanne yet to get off the mark, but it's early doors.
So moving on straight into the men. And on the blue balls is Adrean. And on the red, it's Andrew. And guarding those baskets is the mighty Warrior, Hunter, and Ace.
And a first appearance for the 23-year-old Ace on the right of your screen. One of these sensational new signings this season. 16 stone and 6 foot tall. Can the contenders cope with these heavyweight hitmen? Earlier today, Andrew Farrell gave us his view.
On the park, playing rugby league, I take the ball up, I hit big. Powerball will be no different. I'll score so many points, there'll be 30 seconds left on the clock. They'll have to get me, I'll have to go to the other basket and take the other contenders' balls to keep scoring. I'll just run out of balls. After I've finished with Powerball, they'll call me, Andy Farrell, Fazza, the king of Powerball.
Will the claim to be the king of Powerball come true? Only time will tell. Hunter's there, quickly dethrones him. Oh, but Adrian Parrock slips the ace. The man from the Building Society opens his account. Oh, but Warrior's not saving himself. Oh, hope he's protecting his assets. Andrew with a face full of ace as the Hunter steams in. Look at that, Andrew's down and aces all ends up. Adrian loads up. Oh, Warrior slams him down. Andrew again, a magician looking to disappear the ace. Oh, but Hunter's not standing for those tricks. Oh, but Adrian bursts through on the blind side to bank another 2. Great run from the Derby Dynamo. Ace looking to get a grip, but Hunter's covering, knows how to get them down. Andrew on Warrior. Up, pushes wide and slips it home. Good try from the rugby guy, 2 points on the board. Adrian, Ace steals him a losing hand this time. Andrew reloads, sizing up the Glads, and there's plenty to size up. Andrew back for more action. Warrior and Hunter make sure he gets a bucket full. Adrian again, Ace is there, this new guy proving himself to be a real trump card for Gladiators. Time running down, but the contenders who apply for this show all know exactly what they're getting themselves into, and there's that noise again.
Let's hear it for contenders and the Gladiators! Great performance!
Dead right there, Fash, and it leaves Andrew on 2 points and Adrian on 4. Well, after all that, let's have a change of scenery.
And a very warm and sunny welcome to the state of Mauritius. This stunning island covers almost 2,000 square kilometres and is situated to the east of South Africa in the sparkling Indian Ocean. Now, the fabulous thing about Mauritius is that it's a volcanic island and it's completely surrounded by coral reefs. I'm here at the Cocoa Beach Sports Complex, which, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret Gladiator winter training ground. Here you'll find over 200 acres of the most amazing sports facilities you could ever imagine. Well, that'll be where the Gladiators are. Naturally, they won't be working quite as hard as I will be, as I'm off to the beach to work on my tan. Ciao.
Here we go, working out upon Cocoa Beach. We're gonna push that body, gonna stretch your reach. All the gladiators are here to show how to work that body like a dynamo. Give it up.
This exercise works my biceps, and I do 2 sets of 12 repetitions twice a week.
This is lateral raise. This works the outside of the shoulders. I do 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets, twice a week. For me, this is the most important exercise I do in the gym. It really tones up my biceps and my triceps. I do a set of 600 and I repeat it twice, and then I really get it flowing. Yep. You gotta look good for gladiators.
First up, it's Onyema. She's going to be facing Vogue. Over to John.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! Set the pendulum!
John Anderson directs the pendulum to be primed. Ony's supporters have their fingers crossed and in the air. And a rare shot of the producer there on day release from London too.
3, 2, 1.
The air brakes are released, the hydraulics kick in, and half a ton of pendulum begins its swing thing. Ony versus Vogue, and the pendulum swinging much faster this season, giving the contenders and the gladiators a rougher ride. 5 points for evading capture for 40 seconds, 10 points for lasting the full minute. And Vogue already looming over Ony like the Grim Reaper. Ony crabs to the right, Vogue almost with her. Ony now goes left, escapes the valiant Vogue for the time being. They're only feet apart, and look at the force of that swing. Oh, mind now you go, Vogue. Looks like Vogue's within striking distance. Ony will have to hang on for the 40 seconds. Vogue tantalisingly close. Can't snatch that pennant. Ony's pulled 5 points for the 40. A remarkable feat against our glamour girl gladiator. Vogue has got her. Vogue denies Ony the maximum with that grab for the flag, and what a nail-biter that was. There's the proud family, Dad Cyril and Brother Royston. In the replay, Vogue's got just enough stretch to snatch the prize.
Next up on Pendulum, it's Joanne. And she's going to be facing Falcon. Over to John Anderson.
Joanne Henders delivers the male in the Livingston area, 167 centimetres tall, weighing in at 62 kilograms. Looks first class to me, against our flying Falcon, who's carrying an advantage in both the height and weight departments. The vast sphere of fear, 5 metres in diameter, swings into action, and so do Joanne and Falcon. One of the additional rules this season, they must move on the whistle. Although Joanne's a postwoman isn't the sort of round she's used to, there's her sister Tracy and Mum Lorraine. Joanne needs all the help she can get. Falcon swooping in for the kill. She came out of nowhere, this gritty, determined gladiator. And Joanne's a long way from the point and too close to Falcon. Falcon lining her up for a flag snatch. Falcon in full control of the situation. And the flag, she's got a faultless performance from Falcon. And they know it. Just look at Falcon's remarkable speed on that pendulum. While Joanne's crabbing, Falcon's grabbing. And all that action means that Ony extends her lead to 12 points. Joanne still to score. Back to the arena.
So we now move into the men's event with Fazza. And he's going to be swinging it out against Trojan.
Fazza Farrell, professional rugby player, fitness club owner, a beefy boy who posts an impressive set of stats, but compared with the figures of the action man, a leaner, more agile Trojan this year, and Andrew still finds himself outgunned in all departments.
3, 2, the
The power of the pendulum is unleashed. Andrew starts his circumnavigation but has no idea from where the Trojan will strike. The rugby star, more used to a playing surface that's a little flatter. Decides that left is best. Oh, and here's why. The Trojan moving like a tornado. He's got Andrew directly beneath him. Andrew heading south to evade capture. But that's where the swing is at its most ferocious. Andrew hanging on grimly. The seconds ticking away, but not quickly enough for him. Andrew in serious trouble up the South Pole. Trojan poised to take the pennant. Lining Andrew up. There he goes and takes the flag with him. Andrew's girlfriend Elaine cheering. She must think Trojan's empty-handed. But there's Andrew, and as you can see, he's flagless. Trojan has the prize. Andrew's mum and dad, Faye and Leo there. They won't have seen that Trojan has plenty of time to look for the flag, take it in his right hand and drop with it to the net.
And last up on the pendulum, it's Adrean. And he's going to be facing the Wolfman.
Oh, and how we've missed those handsome features on our screens. Adrean Parrock, our Building Society customer service advisor, looking to profit from that set of figures and looking to escape the claws of the Wild Thing himself. A bit older and a bit uglier, but impressive stats nonetheless.
3, 2, 1.
Clinging to a swinging sphere and being hunted down by the Hound from Hell. What a way to spend 60 seconds, but Adrean knew he was in for some action when he applied to appear on this show. Adrean heading south to stay out of trouble, but must have got a whiff of the wolf and knew where he was coming from. Incredible strength needed just to hang on down there, let alone move. There's Adrian's dad Vic on the right, Mum June, and there's the wife, Sarah. Oh, and there's his foe, the big bad wolf. Adrean there enjoying the ride, content to hang on for the 5 points. As for the wolf, he's never been happy on this particular piece of apparatus, but then let's face it, the wolf has never been happy, full stop. Adrean almost upside down, saying to the wolf, this is definitely your best side. Adrean clocks up to 5 points. Looks to have tangled his feet in the netting for a better grip, and if anything, the wolf appears to be climbing away from him. Perhaps he's completely forgotten that the idea of the game is to get close to the contender, not as far away as possible. And looking at the seconds ticking away, seems as though Adrean's outwitted the wolf, and he's heading for the maximum. There's the hooter, music to the ears of Adrean and the rest of the Parrock family. And there's the victor dismounting. And his reward, a 12-point lead. Andrew stays stuck on 2. Adrean swings himself up to 14.
Well, it's my great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome back a very familiar face to Gladiators. It's Eunice Huttart. The Queen of Hearts. How many years ago was it you won?
It was 2 years ago now.
Oh, not that long ago. It still makes me feel a little old. What have you been up to since we saw you last?
Oh, not much. Just done a few movies, done working like Bruce Willis and Pierce Brosnan and some presenting on some TV channels and, you know, just bits like that.
Ah, right. Not a lot then. Now, enough of your TV roles and your film roles. You're here as, in a different role and in a different capacity. You're here as coach of the Northern team. So what does your role involve?
Well, this role involves it. I've got my name on my tracksuit. Tracksuit or what? I've got a team coach on the back.
Yeah.
And I'm in charge of the Northern team, which are definitely got to overcome the South, because us up north, right, we eat raw meat and stuff like that, so our girls are tough, the boys are doing the biz, so I'm telling you, the North is going to do the biz this year.
Oh, God. It's all gone to your head. You're completely crazy. That's good to know. And I know we're going to look forward to seeing you a little bit later on in the programmes and throughout the series. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Eunice Huttart. Well, of course, with 2 events out of the way, there's still 3 more to come, plus the dreaded Eliminator. So join us after the break here on Gladiators.
So, welcome back, and on to our next event. And the first up is Onyema. She's going to be facing a Zodiac!
Earlier, fashion student Oni told me what she'd given up to be here tonight.
I've been at the college now for 6 years, and a group of us girls have become really close. We're all going to go on a holiday together, but it's clashed with the Gladiators, so I've had to pull out. But it was either dancing 2 weeks in Greece on the bar tops or bashing Nightshade. Easy choice.
It's not Nightshade tonight, just a barrage of balls from Zodiac in the danger zone. Oni sets out on a quest fraught with danger, a point for every weapon fired. 5 for making it to the target below the Gladiator, 10 for hitting the bullseye above her. Battle Station 1, the crossbow lines it up a miss and the station explodes. Well, she's good with a javelin. How good is she with a bazooka? Takes a rain, has a look. Yes, that's the right way round. Just off target and another flash in the face. Oni on her way to Battle Station 3, evading the barrage from Zodiac. Head down, get to that rocket launcher. She'll have to be quick. Oh, another explosion. No points, failing to fire a weapon. Crosses the Battle Station 4, the mortar. Just gets there. Lines up. Good shot. Just short now, the dash for the tunnel. Oh, it looked like something caught her. Certainly, John Anderson seems to agree. Explosive stuff.
Well done, Oni. Did you enjoy that one?
I didn't enjoy that at all. That was hard, very hard.
And every time the bases explode, it scares everyone.
It scares the life out of me.
Well, you nearly got there, but you got yourself 3 points. Well done, Oni.
Oni's supporters happy with that result, but they weren't out there facing that barrage.
And next up to face Zodiac is Joanne. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Ladies ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, Joanne's sport is running, which is just as well because she's got to do a lot of that in the danger zone. Station 1, the crossbow, just off target. That's what Zodiac's seeing, and that's what Joanne's getting. Scrambles to Station 2, bazooka. She's out of there, onto Battle Station 3, the rocket launcher. Oh, cops one in the chops. Sensational sharpshooting from Zodiac. Quick eye and quick fingers. Flashes down there.
Oh, Joanne. Unlucky. I bet that hurt as well.
No, it wasn't too bad, actually. I think you're too excited for it to hurt.
Well, hopefully that hit some of your protective outfit there. Joanne, unlucky. You got yourself 2 points, though.
Thank you.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Well done. Long way to go. Let's do it for Joanne.
Her sister and mum leading the cheers there. After 3 events, Oni still has a commanding lead. 15 points to 2, but plenty of time to catch up.
And on to the men. And the first up is Andrew. And he's going to be facing the Rhino. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Ladies ready! 3, 2, 1.
Andrew very fast over short distances, scrambles to Battle Station 1. Rhino sniping constantly, pinning him down. Oh, that was a good effort by Andrew, just off centre. The magician could do with pulling a few rabbits out of the hat here. Dives for the cover of Station 2, and Rhino relentless. Andrew takes aim, 10 points now will be just the job. Takes too long though, bang goes to the station, and another chance. Breaks to his right, and Battle Station 3 rolls himself out of trouble, armed himself with a rocket launcher. Rhino's firepower remarkable again. Andrew taking time he couldn't afford there. No point as the station blows. Now is the last chance for a maximum 10. Battle Station 4 on the mortar. Gets there safely. Lines up. Gets one away, but off beam. Next it's the lower target. Andrew spent as much time on the floor as he has on his feet. Channels through the tunnel to punch home the 5 points. And the fans go wild. There's Mum Faye and Dad Leo.
Well done, you got there in the end. Love the way you slid into first base.
Just like playing baseball, John. Tough game, but I enjoyed it.
Well done. You got yourself 5 points. Well done, Andy. And the last of our male contenders to face the Rhino is Adrean. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3.
Adrean, the man from the Building Society, looking for more credit now as he storms to Station 1. He's banked a good lead, but needs to capitalise just off target with the crossbow. Cross to Station 2 like a hurdler. Grabs that bazooka to return the Rhino's rapid fire. Off target again. Safely away to Station 3 in the rocket launcher. Adrean trying to stay out of the firing line. Gets one away, but as far as accuracy is concerned, all these contenders have been found wanting. Will the mortar cement his win? No well short of the upper bullseye. Now he breaks for the lower target, makes it to the cylinder. It's going to be 5 points safely deposited for Adrean. Rhino typically generous with his praise. And young Wayne's a happy lad. A little wonder either, because after 3 events, Andrew's on 7 while Adrian's on 19. Time now for another sunshine break.
Most people think that golf isn't very aerobic. But on a full golf course, you can walk up to 3.5 miles in a single round. And on a day like today, there's the sun, the heat, you can really work up a sweat. And there's the carrying of the golf clubs as well. You need really big, strong shoulders for that. Lightning? Yeah, love.
And standing by ready is Oni. And she's going to be pursued by the Panther.
She's tough. Very tough girl.
And also getting ready is Joanne. And she's going to be pursued by Rio. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Oni in pink and Joanne in yellow start on the balance beams. Now they're pursued by the Gladiators and a first ever outing for Rio. Oni in the lead, first to the finish, scores 10, second 5, unless tagged by the Glads. There's a 1-point penalty every time a foot touches the floor while balancing the beams, but Oni opening up a yawning gap on that hand ladder. But look at Joanne clawing back that lead. A superb hand ladder pursuit performance from the Livingston contender. She's going to come off that ladder in the lead. Touchdown. And Joanne easily first to conquer the cones and make it to the wire bridge. Joanne with better bridge work than a dentist. Next will come the low wall. Take a jump at it. Doesn't use the rope and struggles for a second there. Heaves herself over as Oni completes the wire bridge. Joanne scuttles under the web trap. Rio very fast. She's easily overtaken Oni. Will she catch Joanne? Oh, just fails to tag her on the high wall. Joanne escapes by the skin of her teeth. Oh, nearly takes a shortcut round the cones into the final straight and the second web trap. Keeps her knees high, stays out of trouble, sprints for the line, and a 10-point victory. Joanne is delighted. And I think the old man's quietly pleased as well. And you can see how close Rio got to tagging her. For a first performance, I think we can all say Rio grand. After 4 events, Oni's 5 points brings her up to 20, while Joanne's 10 totals her to 12.
Moving straight into the men's event. And standing by is Andrew. And he's going to be pursued by Cobra. And on the other side is Adrean. And he's going to be pursued by, there's only one, the Saracen. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Andrew in the red strip, Adrean in the blue, and here comes a whole heap of trouble. Touch the floor, it's a point deducted. Failed to touch a yellow corner, it's 2 away. Adrean just in the lead, more used to balancing his building society books. Oh, Andrew's down. That's a point away. Oh, another 2 because he failed to touch that corner. An expensive mistake from Andrew, but he's still well placed for a win. Very fast on the hand ladder. Adrean first off the ladder, but Andrew nips into the lead. Look at those legs go. Wire bridge now. Adrian's pulled back. It's neck and neck with Adrean away first. Up and over and under again for the web trap. The Gladiators hard pushed to stay in contention. Up for the high wall. Both guys struggling. And it looks like Andrew's going to be down first. Looks like he's got the edge into the straight. Oh, what's he doing? Relapsing concentration. He scrambled onto the trap instead of striding through it, and Adrean sprints on to snatch the victory. That has cost him badly, but 10 points for Adrean and 2 points for Andrew if you deduct his penalties.
There's no other way to go on these games. And I really feel sorry for Andy because he went the wrong way there. And he was with me head to head all the way. With a lot of respect for that guy.
Let's just bring Saracen in. Saracen, this guy was fast, but you were having a bad time.
I was having a bad time, but he blew me away. The man was super speed. He was super fast. I wouldn't have caught him anyway.
Well done, Adrean. 10 points. Well done.
stage that you might even overtake Adrian?
Well, one of those things went the wrong way. Adrian's a good competitor. I've known him all this week, seems like I've known him a year. It's hard to go up against him, but it's just a best man on the event.
Well, you were very fast in fact, Cobra, you were almost catching him up.
Yeah, I was getting worried. I nearly broke my unblemished record. I nearly actually caught someone.
Oh, don't put yourself down, love. Don't put yourself down. John Anderson, if I could just bring you in, you have something to say?
Yes, regrettably, because Andy tried so hard, but I have also further bad news. He fell down at the beams and lost 3 more points, so he has only 2 points.
Well, Andy, obviously that's a great disappointment to you.
Just one of those things, you just got to dig in hard. There's another event to go. I'll try my hardest and see what we get.
That's what I like to hear. A bit of enthusiasm. Let's hear it for Panther and Cobra.
Oh, poor old Cobra couldn't even catch a handshake after the event. Andrew has 9, Adrian 29.
That's good. So, Rhino, give the viewers some insight. But when you get up there and you see the contender for the first time, what are you thinking? No, wait. Take the gum shield out, man. Give me the gum shield. That's better. I tell the viewers back home, what's it like?
It's like awesome power, man, explosive. Like, take that, man, boom! You know what I'm saying? It's like kaboom, explosive, man.
I tell you what, why don't you put the gum shield back in? Yeah, you make more sense.
First up, it's Onyema. And she's going to be facing one of this season's new gladiators. It's Rebel.
And that rebel yell goes up because this new gladiator is an Olympic and Commonwealth Games sensation whose achievements are complemented by these superb stats. And from Ony's figures, you can see they're fairly evenly matched. So what does team coach think?
Onyema, you know, she's up there, she hasn't got a point to prove. She'll probably be thinking, if I stay on, I'll get 5 points. Whereas if she had a different attitude, I'll attack, get the 10 points. You'd see a different fight, so we're just going to wait and see. We'll see whether she comes out defensive. I've told her to attack, but in her head, she might be just thinking, I just want to go for the 5 points.
3, 2, let's get ready to rumble. And both girls straight down to business. 30 seconds of rocking and rolling. 10 points for the win, 5 for the draw. And a strong start from Ony. But Rebel getting stuck in now. Rebel in a bit of trouble. Oh, Ony steps across. Puts her foot on Rebel's platform.
She stepped over. She had it that close, man. Hey, that was Bish Boss. If ever I've seen Bish Boss, that was it. That was a good fight, though.
Sure was, Eunice, and Ony just getting too carried away there. What a tragedy for the contender. Disqualified, no points.
Next up on Duel, it's Joanne. And she's going to be facing another new gladiator. It's Rio.
And Rio ready for a bit of bish bosh herself. Again, these girls evenly matched. Height, 187, weight, 83 kilograms. Flying down to Joanne with a swinging Mardi Gras shots to the body and the head. Joanne struggling to get into contention, taking a real bish bash on the bonds there. Is she going? Oh, have that. She's gone, and the new gladiators keep a clean sheet on their dueling debuts. Joanne's got down, so the crowd might as well get down too. In the playback, you can see Joanne's never really comfortable up there, and Rio just jabs her out of it. So after 5 events, Ony's on 20, while Joanne's on 12.
So now we move into the men's event with Andy. And he's going to be facing our new male gladiator. It's Ace.
And new boy Ace did great in Powerball. How's he going to do on Duel? Well, he has a distinct height and weight advantage for this grueling dueling. Let's go up there and hear what they're saying. Well, sounds like a convention of terrible ventriloquists, but they're up and at it. Let's go! Ace defending with his free hand while Andrew's at it like a steam train. Andrew relentless in his assault. And new boy Ace in trouble. And he's dropped his stick. Brazos let him have it. And John Anderson's blown up.
Gladiator disqualified.
10 points to Andrew. The magician makes the ace disappear. Disqualified for losing his stick, I guess. Here it comes again. And Andrew unloads a megaton bomb. Rattles the ace, who's forced to defend one-handed.
Well, Ace, as a new gladiator, that was going to be a very, very promising game, and you must be very disappointed.
I think I got a little bit overexcited up there.
Well, John Anderson here to explain exactly why you were disqualified, just to rub it in just that little bit extra.
Well, both the contender and the gladiator know this is a game of attack. Defense is not permitted. It's got to be an attacking game. If, on the other hand, you take your one hand off the implement, you're not in a position to attack, you're defending, and therefore you are disqualified.
It's very disappointing because, of course, it was starting to be such a forceful game. I saw the two of you up there psyching each other out, giving each other a bit of verbal. What was going on?
You got to remember, I'm the magician here. He's the ace, but I control the deck.
Hey, we like it! Well done, let's hear it for Andy and for Ace. No one.
So it's two hands on the implement in future, please. Andrew's twin brother Anthony enjoyed that.
Next up on Duel, it's Adrean. And he's going to be facing the mighty Warrior.
As always, it's a less than enviable task to face the Warrior. The big chap is 16 centimetres taller than Adrean and 41 kilos heavier. And on top of that, spare-time horseman Adrean said something he may live to regret last week.
Good boy. Would you believe it? The horse is called Warrior. Just as strong as a gladiator, but not as ugly.
Oh dear, oh dear. But I can see what he means, though.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Warrior chastises Adrean, but was he a little previous?
You will play to the whistle. You started before the whistle. If you start before the whistle again, I will disqualify you.
Adrian's wife seems to have a fierce old temper. This barracking won't improve Warrior's mood.
2, 1.
It's hammer time, and Warrior first to the punch again, this time inside the whistle. Ba-boom! And it's over. I think Andrew's mum rather enjoyed that. Warrior certainly did. Well, don't blink or you'll miss the replay. Warrior whops him with two right-handers. After 5 events, Andrew fights his way up to 19, while Adrean stays on 29. Join us after the break for what promises to be two nail-biting eliminators on Gladiators, the Challenge.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's Eliminator time in our first Northern Heat. Now, one of the great things about this year is that the overall winner of the fastest time on the Eliminator will receive £1,000. So keep your eyes peeled. Let's have a look at the girls' scoreboards. Now, Joanne's on 12 points, Ony's on 20 points. That's an 8-point difference, giving Ony a 4-second head start.
Onyema, you will go on my first whistle. Joanne, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
And off goes Ony on our grueling Eliminator course designed to test the very best. And here comes Joanne, the high and the low hurdles. Next comes a new element to this series, the strength-sapping physical nightmare called Spaghetti Junction. It's just like the real thing. You don't know where you are or where you'll end up. A giant spider's web. Ony looks to be finding a way to freedom first, escapes the trap and into the rope climb. Incredible encouragement for both contenders. Oh, but Joanne's in trouble, swinging about like Tarzan, her sister and husband in despair. Ony on the hand ladder needs to consolidate her lead now. And Joanne finally gets a desperate foothold on the platform. Ony manages to complete the hand ladder. Next will come the 20-foot rollers. Keeps her footing, and next it's the net. It's a climb which has been the downfall of many a contender over the past 4 seasons, and Joanne looks to be gaining. Both girls on the net now. Oni's dad Cyril on his feet, so's her brother Royston. Oni nearing the top, gripping that net and gritting those teeth. Holds herself onto the gantry for the sprint, to the zip. Joanne struggling, letting Oni extend that lead again. Oni will go to the furthest line for the quick zip to the floor. Going down, next off the safety mat. Splash down. Oni will turn onto the balance beam as Joanne starts her slide. Here she comes, bails out, good landing. And Oni's on the balances. Good, calm, confident step. She knows what's ahead of her, and so do we. The most diabolical torture since the Spanish Inquisition. The legendary Travelator. Up she comes. Has she got enough left? Yes, she has. Onyema Amadi tames the Eliminator, takes the rope and swings into the next round. A real credit to Cardiff. Cyril and the family on their feet. What a performance as Joanne bursts through to take the runners-up prize.
Well, Onyema Amadi, you're the winner of our first Northern Heat. That's for you. You go through to our semi-finals. You're one tough cookie.
Thanks a lot. I must say thanks to all the crowd. It's hit it up tonight for me. They've been excellent. Well done, Joe.
Well, it's going to take a lot to beat this girl. Let's hear it for her. Onyema Amadi, well done.
Joanne, you know yourself. You lost it on the rope. 2 or 3 attempts.
Just lost it, I did. But I was fighting till the end, and she's a very powerful girl. I can't take anything away from Onyema. And I wish you all luck. And I hope you can go all the way, because you're a big, strong girl. And you've got the power there to win.
Good sport, but you don't go away empty-handed, because here's your medal. Well done, darling. Thanks for Joanne.
Applause and pride from husband Mark. And Oni goes to celebrate with the family. Consolations for Joanne, the Birmingham-born postwoman. Obviously disappointed, but a great performance. She gave everything. And there's Oni's nephew, Aaron. So the Eliminator time to beat for that £1,000 is 1 minute 39.8 seconds. Next comes the guys. Adrean has a 10-point advantage, which boils down to a 5-second head start over Andrew.
Well, Adrian, we were saying backstage that some people might prefer to be chasing.
Oh, certainly. 5 seconds ahead means nothing, as well we all well know. As far as I'm concerned, we're level peg, and I'd like to wish Andy all the very best.
Well, Andy, you will normally come out with something wise to say. Have you got anything to say at this point?
I wish I was a man that wasn't in this position. Like I said earlier, I've known Adrian this week. Seems like I've known him for a year. And I wish it wasn't me that was up against him, but it is, and we'll just go for it.
May the best man win. I'll see you both at the end. Best of luck.
Adrian, you will go on my first whistle. Andrew, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Adrean knows he's got to put as much distance between himself and his opponent before that second whistle blows. He's into Spaghetti Junction, the noodles from hell, as Andrew sets off fast across the hurdles. And Adrian's up that rope like a dose of salt, while Andrew's tangling with the fantastic elastic. As Adrian stretches for the hand bike, trying to get his pedaling rhythm going as Andrew hacks his way through to freedom. Elaine, his girlfriend, can't believe it. Adrean, ungainly on the bike, but getting the job done. Andrew on the rope, pulls himself up. Adrean onto the rollers, almost comes to grief, but onto the net. It's Andrew on the bike, pedaling strongly, and Elaine really giving him what for. Adrean almost desperate on the net, and getting a real ear bashing from the wife for his trouble. Well, he seems to have buckled his ideas up, and frankly, who can blame him? Climbing strongly now, reaches the gantry, almost as Andrew starts his climb. Andrew digging in, brave performances from both guys. Adrean along the gantry, grips the zip, starts his slip, 90 feet to the floor. Oh, skids to a stop. Knows he's still got a lot to do, turns to the balance beam, attacks it hard. Can he keep his... Oh, he's gone! Overbalances, so it's back to the beginning. And here comes Andrew. Leo's on his feet. Adrian's on the beam, jumps down, braces himself for the big one. Attacks the Travelator, surely this is a formality. Oh, he slipped! He hasn't got the impetus, staggers back for a breather. And now the danger man, Andrew, taking his time on the beam. He can't afford a mistake. Adrean attacks again. His legs have gone. And Sarah can't bear it as Andrew Farrell steps lively into frame and into the semi-final. He's done it, and his supporters know it. Elaine is smiling at last, but Adrean won't be beaten by a machine. Oh, it looks like his right hamstring is giving him problems. The emergency stop button on the Travelator has been pushed. His wife Sarah looks anxiously on as Fash and the referee and Gladiators medic Dr. Barrett all attend. Wayne looks fearfully on. It seems the problem started after that heavy landing from the balance beam. The damage was certainly sustained then. And what drama in this, the first of our Gladiator Northern Heats.
Take your time.
And the doctors diagnosed a torn hamstring. What a tragic finish to this superbly sportsmanlike contest. Andrew the first with his condolences to Adrean, and Sarah bravely coping with her disappointment for him. So back on the Eliminator, Andrew Farrell takes a benchmark time of 1 minute 36.2.
I've been incredibly hungry because the way you walked up that Travelator was something else.
Yeah, really tough. One of the toughest things I've done. I play Pro Rugby League, but let me tell you all out there, until you've done it, you haven't got an idea how hard it is. It's just a shame the way that I had to win. Like I say, I've known Eddie all this week. It feels like I've known him for a year. You know, he's been like my brother. But somebody had to win. Unfortunately, I won the way I won, but I won. Just like to shake Eddie's hand.
Absolutely, it's been great having you on the show. And this is for you, for being here today. And it'll be our great pleasure to welcome you back in the semi-finals. Let's hear it for Panther!
Adrean, I have never seen, and I think Ollie will agree, we've been doing this show 5 years, we've never seen anybody with so much will to win. Absolutely fantastic.
Thanks very much. It's horrible to go out this way, and the first time up the Travelator was fine. Second time I tried it, I felt the hamstring go, but that is absolutely no excuse whatsoever. I was beaten by a better guy on the night, and I wish him all the best in the next round.
Adrean, absolutely fantastic. What a sport. What a sport. Let's hear it for Adrean. Tremendous stuff.
Well, Gladiators is now in its 5th year, and the contenders just keep getting better. Andrew celebrates the victory with his loyal supporters. And Oni gives Adrean a consolation kiss, and Joanne's there with 1-2. A great guy and a great contender.
Well, Matt, what can I say? What a terrific start to our 5th series here on Gladiators.
I've never seen anything like that in my life, Ollie.
Well, if you want more of the same, join us next week here on Gladiators.
Awooga!
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
We've a special bullseye in just a few moments, featuring kids TV legend Carol Lee Scott, who played Grot Bags and who sadly passed away this week. That's next on Challenge. And don't forget to make a date weeknights at 9 with one of the Chasers. Oh, and Bradders, of course.